Snow or no snow? Just got an email from the principal of our school, and Mr. Martinez posed that question. Well, if you take a look at Woodbridge, actually, let me go back one. They've toned down the inches. They're now saying 6.1, 13th, 14th, and 15th. If we actually go to tomorrow and we start looking at the type of precipitation, snow looks like about 6 p.m. They're not saying how much snow is actually forming because it probably is not hitting the ground at that point. And then it's pretty much snow all the way to 6. And if you look down here, 3/10, 3/10, 3/10, 3/10, 4/10, no, 4/10, 4/10, 4/10, 4/10. And then if you go some more, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 0, 0, 0, 2, 4. And I think this is why they're actually saying it's going to go into the 15th, because it actually is showing you 1/100 of an inch, 1/100 of an inch. Okay, so what do you see? If it starts at 6 p.m., moves through the hours of 7 all the way over to 6, and pretty much total snow. And actually, what are they saying in here? Total snow, total snow. They're saying 3.5 inches by 6 o'clock in the morning. We are out on Tuesday. And then if it snows through Tuesday, and if you take a look, we're actually snowing from 6 all the way into 6 p.m. We could be very well closed on Wednesday as well. Okay, I wanted to show you, this is my home forecast, where they're still saying almost 12 inches. And it's going to start same thing at 6, and then there's nothing really falling on the ground at 6 p.m. tomorrow or Tuesday, but now we're going to get more than 1/2 inch an hour, and we don't have that no snow at 3 a.m. like you saw there, and then still more than 1/2 inch, and then it tails off, and that's going to be Tuesday afternoon. Then we get a little bit more Tuesday, and I don't see why they're saying the Wednesday. Okay, there's why they're saying Wednesday, where we get 2/10 of an inch on Wednesday. I think Wednesday is going to be a tough close too, especially in Fairfax. We'll see what Prince William does. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is pivotal weather. Let me see if I can get some more dates here. So it only looks like it's going to 126 hours forecast. Colors, light gray into blues, into pinks, into oranges, and into whites. So if it turns into this orange up here or that whitish color right there, we're actually talking about 5 feet of snow. So looks like the Rockies. We got a little bit up through Pennsylvania yesterday. Didn't really come down into Virginia. It is in West Virginia. But let's go through here, and you see the snow coming out of the Dakotas right about here. And this is the storm that's going to give us the snow. And the tongue comes through, and looks like we're well into the blues. This is 6 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. Looks like we're definitely into the 3 inches. And then this model actually tails off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to total accumulation here. I'm not sure what's going on with the GFS here at Pivotal Weather. But if you take a look at this one, looks like we're located about right there. We're pretty well into the pink. Looks like 2 or 3 colors into the pink. So we're probably right around 8 inches. And Fairfax even a little bit more pink, but you can see Pennsylvania is going to get hit pretty hard. And then all the way up the coast, which Steve Carbone may want to pay attention to. And then the last thing I want to show you is, this is the European, and the European actually shows a pretty good amount. This is, let's actually go through. This is Tuesday midnight. I got to come over, and if you take a look at, we're already in the green or the blues, so we actually have a pretty good 2 inches on the ground. And then if we go through some more, we actually hit pretty well into the pinks. We're talking 7 to 8 to 9 inches on the ground. And then there's another storm that comes through, but that one doesn't really make it over the mountains. It doesn't really look like it actually gets us any more snow, but it will move up the East Coast again. And this is the GFS, the American model, the one I showed you before is a little bit easier to believe, but if you take a look, this is Tuesday. This is actually Monday night, about 8 o'clock, and you can see we already have dusting inch or two. And then by Tuesday morning, which is right here, 6 o'clock in the morning, we're already into the pinks. So we're out of the purples and into the pinks. So it actually says we're still going to get around 10 inches of snow. And then you see here comes the second storm, and the second storm doesn't really add anything to us. And then by the end of the week, it's pretty much all gone. And I don't care, because right around here, I'm flying out to Florida. And I just hope the roads and the airports are looking good. Okay, so that is my Sunday. This is 12:30 Eastern Daylight Savings Time, and that's what I see so far. And if I see anything more, I'll make it tomorrow morning at school. Okay, thanks for stopping by. Think snow.